1290 WCAB Rutherfordton with FM translator service on W265DW at 100.9. The holidays are fast approaching, and now is the perfect time to purchase that Massey Ferguson tractor you've been wanting. See Phil at NC Tractor and Farm Supply and see the GC 1723 or the GC 1725 compact tractor. You can get it at 0% financing for 72 months, or if you pay cash, Phil will knock $2,500 off the price. Now that itself is an early Christmas present. See Phil at NC Tractor today or give him a call. They're on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton, 828-288-0395.
This is Kevin Pleasant here in the Blue Room taking a look at your weather forecast. You can expect throughout the day partly cloudy skies with scattered showers and a high near 59, chance of precipitation 50%. Overnight, partly cloudy, isolated showers, a low around 42, chance of precipitation 40%. Tuesday, partly cloudy with isolated showers and a high near 58. And overnight, mostly clear with a low around 39. This has been your weather forecast here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
Welcome to All Things Rutherford, here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton. Now here's your host, Todd and Trey.
And we're back in 3, 2.
How was your weekend? What did you do?
Well, it was okay.
But not nearly long enough.
And I did nothing.
Well, that sounds fun.
That sounds fun.
But then something happened that made it
Horrible.
Horrible.
just horrible. What happened? What happened?
Monday.
You ruined a perfectly good weekend.
Monday morning, you're going to be like, it's showtime.
Time indeed right here on Monday morning. Great to have you here with us on this beautiful Monday morning. I'm going to say beautiful. If it was raining and snowing, it's still beautiful.
I'm so glad it ain't, though. Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful morning.
Let it snow, let it snow.
So what'd you do this weekend, Todd?
We
didn't get to be in the parade.
No.
I didn't get out of my pajamas all Saturday.
Threat of rain kept me from that. I actually worked on some of my Christmas lights this weekend.
Really? Well.
Got to get those put up on the house so I can start my Christmas show.
Well.
It'll be forthcoming.
When are you starting it?
Hopefully sometime this week.
Well, good.
At least by the weekend. And I also did a little Christmas tree for the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Have a kind of a, not really a contest per se, but they have all departments, you know, if you want to decorate a tree, they judge.
Right.
I made a little simple little tree. And going to take it back to work this morning.
Oh, well, maybe people will put it on Facebook and we check it out.
Oh, I let's see it now.
Oh.
Oh, it's oh yeah.
Well, I don't think nobody can see it now.
Well, it's a secret. I can't tell everybody.
Pretty.
Oh yeah. So can't let you, I'm not gonna fill you in. If you want to see it, come to the hospital. Well, see it.
Well, I hope not. You have to go to the hospital.
Well, you come eat in the cafeteria. That's where it's going to be. Folks, let me tell you about Andrea's Boutique. If you've not stopped by there, she's located over at 860 Oakland Road in Spindale. Has an awesome little shop full of great Christmas gifts for all the ladies in your life. She has all new clothes and sizes small to plus sizes, including 4X. Pretty jewelry, handmade totes, assorted colors, embroidery done in-house. Also has scarves, yard flags, children's clothing, plush socks, and much more. It's a short drive to Andrea's Boutique, located near Adeville Church on Oakland Road in Spindale. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 until 5. Give her a call for special handmade bag orders at 828-447-9737. She makes homemade handbags and totes, colors and sizes. So go see our good friend Andrea over there at Andrea's Boutique. Creighton Loveless checking in with us on the YouTube this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I went over to Jay's Discount Grocery over the weekend.
Oh, really?
We kind of start there and then go out to the less expensive stores, and then we go out to the big chain stores.
Right.
And I believe we got most everything we needed at Jay's.
He carries it all.
Got lots of good stuff over there. Even the boxed cereal. That's what amazes me. It's like $2, and they had these little individual serving salted caramel cheesecakes.
Oh.
Not that big around. They were $1.
How many did you get?
I got 3. I got one of them.
Oh.
They were good.
It sounds
they were
super good.
They were excellent. Excellent. 5 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday morning, we're broadcasting live from the Whiteside Tower Complex on Whiteside Road. Second building, building 2, 82nd floor, Suite B. You're going down the hall, second door on the left. That's where you'll find us. It is 40 degrees outside this morning.
Feels pretty good to me.
A little bit cool.
Yeah.
Saturday was actually, to be raining, it wasn't bad.
No.
I mean, it was just raining.
It was just a dreary day.
All day. I went and helped a friend of mine. She moved from Colorado here.
Oh, really?
And she got away from a bad situation in Colorado, moved here, kind of started over, kind of settled in, and she moved close to her dad. Her dad lives in Tennessee. Her dad took a turn for the worse.
Oh, no.
He's real sick. Not sure how much longer her dad's going to be sticking around, so she decided to move to Tennessee to be closer to him.
Right.
So
that was a good decision.
Understandably. So I helped her pack up everything, and with our little group, we play online together. A lot of us do, so we all met at her house, and we had a good send-off for her, and we helped her pack her stuff in her U-Haul, and she set off to Tennessee, made it fine, and so we wish her the best in her new endeavor. Her
You know,
new
you
life.
hear all these bad stories about meeting people online, but you know, you can really meet some good friends. I've met some good friends online.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, I want to remind everybody about the Toy and Coat Drive to help the unfortunate children in our county. Of course, WCAB will be accepting unwrapped toys plus new and gently used coats, hats, scarves, mittens, or gloves. All sizes are needed. All donations will stay in Rutherford County. We will get, of course, we've already started our donations.
Yep.
This will go through December 11th, which is
Got another week
coming
on that.
up.
Another week.
All
on
the
that.
location drop-offs will be Scrappy's Food and Fuel near Highway 221 near Chase High Road, the Medicine Box of Rutherford on Charlotte Road, Jay's Discount Grocery on Oak Street in Forest City, Different Times Mercantile on South Main Street in Rutherfordton, Burger King, our participating Burger King, and, of course, Anchor Down on Main Street in Forest City. And, of course, you can drop it off right here at good old WCAB studio, and we'll be taking those. And thank you in advance for helping out with our Christmas toy and coat drive. We appreciate it very, very much, and I know all the children of our county will be thanking you for these.
Absolutely. Gotta look out for the kids in the county. That's why we're doing what we're doing.
That's
8
right.
minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get started with our morning call around report. Our first stop will be the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. We'll catch up with them after you hear this.
Although Mexican people had traditionally occupied the Southwest, by the 1880s it comprised primarily of Anglo cattle ranches and towns. Rancher John B. Slaughter occupied the area around what is now Reserve, New Mexico. Now, John B. Slaughter isn't to be confused with the famous rancher and lawman John Horton Slaughter. The Slaughter cowboys were known to use Hispanics in the area for target practice. A 19-year-old Mexican by the name of Elfego Baca got tired of this harassment and got commissioned as a deputy sheriff to do something about it. One of the Slaughter cowboys, Charles McCarthy, shot at Baca, so Baca arrested him. Some of the Slaughter cowboys tried to spring McCarthy loose. During the gunfight, a falling horse killed one of the cowboys. The cowboys now felt justified in killing Baca. On December 1, 1884, about 80 cowboys came after Baca. Baca had taken refuge in a tiny shack. For 36 hours, the cowboys fired thousands of rounds at the shack. Supposedly as many as 400 bullets struck the door alone. By nightfall, Baca had killed a cowboy and wounded several others, but the cowboys were sure Baca was dead. However, they decided to wait until morning to go in after him. In the morning, the cowboys caught the smell of food cooking. It was Baca cooking breakfast in what was left of the cabin. Fortunately for the cowboys, 2 deputies and several of Baca's friends showed up and the cowboys retreated. Elfego Baca was tried for killing one of the cowboys and found innocent. He returned home an obvious hero to the Hispanics in the area. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
10 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday morning, we're going to the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department to get that report. And with us this morning is Deputy Butron. Deputy, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. What do you have on that report for us this morning?
In the past 48 hours, Sheriff's Office has responded to 210 calls for service. The jail's processed 11 arrests, and there's currently 185 incarcerated in a county jail. For incident reports, Melissa Day reported a break and enter and larceny, and she had some medication stolen in that incident. Donald Airward reported a larceny motor vehicle. That was a 1983 Oldsmobile Cutlass. For arrest reports, Hannah Marie Lawson was served with failure to appear on a misdemeanor. Horace Neil Cabanis was served with failure to appear on a misdemeanor. Robert Payne Davis was served with 2 warrants for communicating threats. Joshua Shane Korn was served a warrant for felony larceny of a motor vehicle. And Joshua Tyler Hehe was served with a warrant for assault on a female. And that's all we've got.
Deputy Butron, we appreciate the report. Hope you have a great day. Most of all, be safe.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Deputy Butron with that report from the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. We're going to move over to 911 Communications Center. After you hear this.
No way.
I'm here to rock the holidays with Bark Mobile. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G or Moto G Pure.
OMG, Santa. Red leather is totally trending.
You sound like my elves. You can also get 2 lines with unlimited data for just $35 a month each.
Okay, slay, Santa.
Slay on.
Bark Mobile rocks the holidays. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details or visit mybarkmobile.com/terms and conditions. Offers expire January 7th, 2024.
12 minutes after 7 o'clock. We've got Jessica on the phone with us from the 911 Communications Center. Jessica, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good. How are you?
Good. What do you have for us this morning?
In the past 48 hours, the Rutherford County 911 Communications has processed 515 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 73 EMS calls, 215 for Sheriff's Office, 56 for Forest City, 5 for Lake Lure, 47 for Rutherford, 79 for Spindale. Chimney Rock Fire Department responded to a smoke investigation assisted by Lake Lure. Cliffside responded to a vehicle accident. Sandy Mush responded to a vehicle accident fire investigation. Ellenburg responded to a vehicle accident. Forest City responded to 2 vehicle accidents, a vehicle fire, and a fire alarm. Lake Lure responded to a fire investigation assisted by Chimney Rock. SDA responded to a carbon monoxide leak. Green Hill responded to 2 brush fires. Union Mills responded to a motor vehicle accident, and Spindale to a fire investigation. And that's all we've got today.
Jessica, always a pleasure to talk with you. Have a good Monday, and we'll talk to you again another day.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Jessica with that report from the 911 Communications Center, letting us know what's happening in the world of communications and all that with the fire and the medical emergencies, police, stuff like that. You know, communications. And the communications report and the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department report brought to you by the fine folks over at Jay's Discount Grocery.
With gas and utility prices skyrocketing, you need to save money wherever you can. Jay's Discount Grocery can help you do just that. Jay's Grocery has a fresh meat market and a produce aisle like no other. Jay's carries all household needs, including dog and cat food, cups, paper plates, drinks, famous brand names arriving daily at a fraction of the cost. You know, you just never know what you'll find at Jay's. Find out for yourself. Jay's is open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 7, Friday and Saturday, 8 to 8, closed on Sundays. Jay's Discount Grocery, 671 Oak Street in Forest City. Shop Jay's and walk out with a pocket full of savings. Don't let the pest bug you when Hutchins Pest Control is as close as a phone call. Honest, dependable, professional, and on-time service is the reason they continue to be voted best in pest control. Licensed in North and South Carolina and fully insured and bonded. Free estimates when you call Hutchins Pest Control, and you can be sure that job is going to be done right. That's Hutchins Pest Control. Call them today at 287-5171, and they'll be right there.
14 minutes after 7 o'clock, folks. Let me tell you, the best hidden, best kept secret right here in Rutherford County is Patriot Arms. It's the Christmas season, and if you're in doubt of what to get the man or lady on your Christmas list, I, personally, wear a 9mm. Don't waste another moment trying to figure it out. Go to 118 Makers Place in Forest City. Now, that's over on 221 in between Danieltown Baptist Church. If you go right behind Danieltown Baptist Church, I mean, it's a stone's throw just right down the road there, and you'll turn to the right into Makers Place, and that is where Patriot Arms is. They have a store full of great deals, fully stocked. They've got a huge inventory. Some of the best prices around as well. Gift certificates are available. They've got a layaway program. They've got new and used merchandise, and they buy, sell, and trade on guns. They have ammo, apparel, holsters, cleaning supplies. They also do gun repair and gunsmithing. Now, that's something you don't find right here in this county. Patriot Arms does that. Patriot Arms is an amazing gun shop and so much more. Locally owned by good old boys right here in Rutherford County. See them today. Call them at 828-919-2803. Tell them Todd Tracy sent you over there. Shop local, support our small businesses, and that'll be a trip to Patriot Arms. Great Lovis with us from the Danieltown Fire District. Oh, looky there. Jonna Prescott checking in with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Don't want to
Good morning, Jonna.
there, but the people on the YouTube there, we didn't give him his shout out, so we got to give other people their shout out.
That's right.
That's
Can't leave anybody out.
Creighton Loveless, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning, my brother, and Miss Tracy, my sister, too.
What happened on...
Y'all are doing well.
Good
we're
morning.
doing wonderful. What happened on this day in 1619?
Oh, Lordy mercy.
Besides Tom Green being in attendance.
1619 would be related to Jamestown, I would think.
Exactly. That's the first Thanksgiving that was held in America.
Yes, indeed. It was ringing the bell back in the back of my head. I said, what happened? I said, it might be Thanksgiving. But, yep, you got it. That's it.
Thanksgiving back in the day. Tom Green served out some pumpkin pie, and we was all happy. And
Well, I've got a Tracy tidbit coming up. We're talking about 1610.
There we
So
go.
here we are in the
So
1600s
here
this
we go.
morning.
We're going on. We're going to go back a couple of centuries.
Here
Why
we
not?
are.
Great. What do you have for us this morning, sir?
Like the high English of that day, my lord, and so forth.
You know, I was reading they were talking about the Appalachian language, which is basically our language we talking right now.
That's right.
This old country redneck.
That's it.
That's right.
From what I was reading, the guy's very well versed in he has studied mountain talk and all that.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but anyway, he said the way that they spoke back in, let's say, the 1600s in around Ireland and Scotland, where we come from, is likely how we talk today.
Yeah.
That it's changed. That it's changed very little.
Oh, really?
Yep. They say that they actually sounded like we do today because the people that moved here stayed in this region. They didn't go out of this region, and they stayed like on mountains or in hollers. And they say that that's the language that they brought with them. That's how it was passed down from us, and the way we're talking now is more than likely the way they would have talked back in the 1600s.
Wow.
That's cool. I thought that was cool.
I thought it might have been a little bit worse back then.
Probably a few more explicatives back in them days. Colorful ways to say different cuss words.
That's right.
That's right.
Craig, what do you have for us this morning, sir?
Well, guys, it is the 338th day of the year. We got 27 days left in this year, and today is National Cookie Day. So if you got chocolate chip cookies, peanut butter cookies, sugar cookies, snickerdoodle cookies, you name it, the sky's the limit. So grab you a box of cookies, and those of you looking for old St. Nick, well, you might grab a little box for him too on December 20, the night of December 24th. Meanwhile, Chief Bailey said that SDO responded to a medical call on Friday, December the 1st, and then a carbon monoxide leak on Saturday. And then on the Lord's Day, all was quiet, and it's been all quiet this morning, which is good. Today, we're being kind to Mark Caldwell and Amanda Deals. It is their birthdays today, so we wish both of them a happy one. And West Point Baptist Church, they're going to be hosting a live nativity from December 9th to the 10th. That's this upcoming Saturday and Sunday from 6 to 9 p.m. nightly. I've heard a lot of folks mentioning it already, and so the buzz is out there. So be sure to ride on by and just get a glimpse and just kind of experience what could have been happening on that special night in Bethlehem. Folks, also don't forget you can email me your birthdays, anniversaries, and/or events at SDOEvent, that's the singular, at gmail.com. And guys, it looks like today inside of the district is going to be sunny to partly cloudy with a high of 63. Skies are be clear tonight, so good for stargazing, even though it'll be a low of 33. Stargazers do like those cold nights because that knocks down the turbulence that comes from heat. Sunrise is right now 7:20 a.m. by my watch, and then sunset tonight will be at 5:14. The moon's still in the waning gibbous phase, and the signs today are still in the bowel, while the moon is still in the dark phase. And guys, that's about all I got to report in the SDNO Fire District.
All right, Creighton, we appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful day. Now go enrich some knowledge.
Yeah.
Go
You got it, guys.
Go
educate.
Here we go. Go imbue some knowledge upon younger adolescents.
Oh,
absolutely.
That was such a 1600.
I really had to stretch for that one.
Most assuredly, my liege.
Or is this country go learn them people something?
That's right. We better learn them people some education. That's exactly right.
Creighton, have a good day, sir.
All right, guys, y'all too.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Creighton with that report from the SDO Fire District. Going to check in with Chris Melton. We'll do that next.
No way.
I'm here to rock the holidays with Bark Mobile. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G or Moto G Pure.
OMG, Santa. Red leather is totally trending.
You sound like my elves. You can also get 2 lines with unlimited data for just $35 a month each.
Okay, slay, Santa.
Slay on.
Bark Mobile rocks the holidays. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details or visit mybarkmobile.com/terms and conditions. Offers expire January 7th, 2024.
Folks, Scrappy's food and I couldn't get that
I know.
out.
Sometimes that gets all twisted together.
Food and fuel.
Scrappy's
food and fuel convenience store becoming a favorite right here in Rutherford County. They've got delicious food for breakfast. They've got those breakfast biscuits all the way up to lunch. They've got the all beef hot dog basket, hand-breaded chicken tenders to a healthy salad. The store, clean, spacious, plenty of room. Got a friendly staff. Stop by and meet Scott and Colleen. They're the owners and operators, just great folks. Cafe is open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. And the store is open Monday through Friday from 7 until 9 and Sundays 8 until 8. They've got those U-Haul rentals available. Call-ins are always welcome at 828-229-3313. That's Scrappy's Food and Fuel. Everything you need in one place. U.S. Highway 221 South in Forest City near Chase High Road. The man himself with the inflatables. He sent me a picture the other day of an inflatable, and he was plotting on that thing. He was like,
I was standing right next to it.
I hate I missed that.
No, they wouldn't let me go in because I refused to take my shoes off. So they wouldn't let me go in.
Oh.
Yeah, so I didn't want to take my shoes off, so I didn't want my feet to get wet. So.
You know what song came to mind when you was talking about you? I see that. What song came to mind? You remember that little song, I Don't Want to Grow Up?
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Well, you kind of feel that way when you're out there because all the glamoring lights and the Christmas feel to it, and the music. I'm thinking, there's about 4 forms of entertainment music going sometimes at the same time, and it's so spread out that that doesn't drown out the other. We got the big PA system. We got 2 or 3 bands going sometimes. It's crazy. And I didn't even know we were going to have the big tent down there at the skating ring with the entertainment inside that tent. It's like a 40 by 40 enclosed. It's primarily enclosed. You just walk in there and the music's just blaring in there, and Champagne Charlie and some of our other Iggy's has participated. I know I mispronounced the name, but I'll get it right tomorrow. But it's a Christmas theme this year. It's just I don't think there's anything. I was asked that last week of what the theme was, and it's just a Christmas theme, and I see a lot of Christmassy, just the basic Christmas stuff, and there's a lot of nativity scene activities in the like motion in the some of the lights displays there. So I haven't been through it myself yet. I can see a lot of it just coming and going, and it looks like it covers acres. So it's real big, and it's real neat just to go through there, because you won't see very much anything like that in our region. It's beautiful. So so you got that, and we got all the entertainment down below. I was busy just keeping the fire pits lit. So and it didn't rain us out, so that was good too. So we had a good first week. It's not always our best week. It's kind of a starter thing, and we crank it up and get going, and I think we're going to be in full mode this weekend. I think Thursday we started skating again, so we're just going to have to regroup and get everything just back in order, and we'll be ready to roll.
That's right, Steve. We appreciate it. Hope you have a good Monday. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Okay, we'll be here.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Steve Ernest with that report from the Trine International Equestrian Center. Couldn't get a hold of Chris Melton up in Lake Lure, so we'll just bypass him until tomorrow and move on over to DeVerne Upton over in the Ballstick Fire District. And we'll do that after this.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush, brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
I want to say good morning to Sly checking in with us on the YouTube, and also Chad Medford checking in this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And a good morning to DeVerne Upton this morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, and hope y'all are.
We are for a Monday.
Tell us about Ballstick.
Well, we have a temperature of 40 degrees here in Ballstick this morning. Fire department had no calls. Town council will have their meeting tonight here in Ballstick. If you're interested in anything about the town of Ballstick or want to know anything, need to be there about 6 o'clock and ask questions. Check that out. Don't forget to go by the drop-in and check their meat department out here on Ballstick Sunshine Highway. And the beef supply store is located on Depot Street. Go by and get your beef supply items, and she has shirts in there. And there'll be a food truck at ICC this morning at 9 o'clock. If you're in need of anything, go by there and pick you up a box of food. And hope everyone has a wonderful Monday.
All right, DeVerne, we appreciate it. Hope you have a good Monday. We'll talk to you
Have a good one.
Y'all too.
Take care.
Bye-bye. DeVerne Upton with that report from the Ballstick Fire District. We're going to move over and check in with Robbie Samuel, Mount Vernon next.
It's the store folks in Western North Carolina depend on. Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply. It's like a superstore. Deer corn, $11.05 for 50 pounds. Cob corn, $10. They have plenty of deer plant supplies. Check on the lower prices on propane, $12.99 for a 20-pound tank. Mulch, gravel, rocks, and supplies for beautiful landscaping. That's available at Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply at lower prices. Open Monday through Saturday. If you want a feed and seed store that carries so much more, including new and used farm equipment, then come on over to Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply, 188 Whiteside Road, Rutherfordton.
Well, as Tracy was singing off there, Christmas times are coming, Christmas times are coming.
I was singing that one.
Get ready for Christmas with all the goodies that Tony's Produce has to offer. He's got those sweet potatoes, the turnips, the butternut squash, okra, plus all the sweet treats, jams, jellies, local honey, fresh made local baked goods, Christmas candies. Oh, he's got those bonbons, the chocolate-covered peanuts, the stick candy, orange slices, fruit cakes, and delicious apples and citrus fruits. He's still taking treat bag orders for the churches, so go by and see him for those. He's also got real wreaths in stock. Live Christmas trees are in stock, beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere we go and look at Tony's Produce Market, North Washington Street in Rutherford, call Tony today at 287-9495. And
now for something completely different.
Tracy's Tidbits.
Do you know, I'm not sure if people use this much anymore, tinsel. Well, we call them icicles, I guess. People call them icicles.
Love it.
Well, it was invented in 1610 in Germany. Did you know that?
I did not.
1610. God, I can't believe it goes that far back. It was actually spun from real gold.
Oh, wow.
And then they hammered it out. Back then, it was more of a luxury decoration. That was higher fluting people had that than what it is today. It's just cheap. The U.S. government also once banned it because it contained poisonous lead.
Oh,
but
nice.
Don't worry, it's just plastic today.
Just plastic. Yeah,
so
just silver
anyway,
plastic.
Yeah, 1610. That's where it comes from. Can you imagine that they took real silver and hammered it out?
Yeah. Well, back then,
and it was heavy. Can you imagine how heavy that stuff would have been back then?
Back in 1610, when Lord Samuel rolled around the country, he could afford stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Robbie Samuel with the Mount Vernon Fire District, and he's still affording tinsel today because why? It's $1.
Yeah.
And it's made out of pure plastic.
And it's plastic.
Yeah. That's the only way I can afford it. If you want me to get the silver.
It's a good thing we all didn't live back in 1610, ain't it?
Well, what I'm telling you, I don't know. It'd been a little different, but I believe it would have been all right.
I reckon.
The first year that Kenyon was born, we wanted to do simple decorations.
Mm-hmm.
So Karen, all she did was put tinsel all around the tree, and we decorated it with blue lights.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And Kenyon would lay up under it, and he would look up through the tree, and he would just giggle, and he would reach. Of course, we didn't put the tinsel where he could reach it. But,
right.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder, back in 1610, if you didn't have the money to go buy the tinsel, what did they put on their trees?
Popcorn.
Fruit. Popcorn.
Remember popcorn with thread?
I wonder if that was back then those days.
Well, why not?
Well, I'm going to have to research it.
Next time we'll ask Tom. He'll know.
He was there.
You reckon they put some cranberries or?
I bet they did. Cranberries.
That was it. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, Robbie, did your girls get your tree all put up?
Well, we got everything put up, but they didn't decorate nothing. They just got lazy. I said, that's fine.
Well, they put it up. It's always one step at a time, ain't it?
Yeah, they begged me and wanting all this stuff, and I get it all out, and here we are.
Well, what Robbie didn't tell you is he made them traipse out through the woods with a hand axe and made them cut it down and drag it back themselves. So by then, that's just plumb tuckered out. They didn't want to decorate it at that point.
They were going, Daddy.
Then they
I
realized
don't want to do it anymore.
Then they realized they forgot to take the squirrel out of the middle of it, and it got loose in the house. I mean, it was Christmas vacation all over again.
Oh. Well, I got to see Robbie at church yesterday. That was a complete surprise. I did not know he would. I went to Mount Vernon Church with my daughter because her grandfather, Robert, whatever he say that.
Gosh.
Sorry, Robert. Her father-in-law they anointed him for, however you say it, as a deacon.
A deacon,
So we went to that and saw Robbie there.
Yep.
I really enjoyed Mount Vernon. It's a very pretty church. I enjoyed being there. Know so many people there.
Yeah, I love it there. Which, like I said, I've been going for the last few years now, and it's like I said, we're in between preachers. Well, we'll get one soon.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of nice folks there, that's for sure.
Yeah, they really are. Felt homey.
Yeah. It's a good little crowd, too, so maybe we can do it again next week. It'll be here for you.
I know it. You're right. It'll be here. And you know what comes after Sunday? Monday all over again.
All over again.
All over again.
Yeah. But anyway, it was good to see you there, that's for sure. And maybe say you come again, and anybody's welcome to come to Mount Vernon. And Mount Hebron's a nice church, too, if you choose to go to Mount Hebron Methodist. That's just right down the road.
Oh.
That's where Bobby and Imogene, they go there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sure do.
Hmm.
Well, I will say though, I guess the parade went good. I hadn't heard any feedback on that, so it sounds like they still had it, had a good time. So the rain didn't tear too many people away, but with fire departments, both Hutbo and Rutherford, they had various medical calls through the weekend. Nothing major, so that's a good thing. So, and they was quiet through the night. And but other than that, that's all I've got to report on this Monday morning, other than fixing to go to work.
Well, that sounds like a fun place to be going. I'm sure y'all have a good time over there when you're not having calls.
Hopefully we won't have no wrecks, no fires.
That's right.
That's right. And maybe I hope not anyway. But yeah, we do. We have a good time. We try to. Well, we always eat lunch together unless something crazy happens. But we still even eat later on that day. But we do. We have our moments just like anybody else would. But
oh yeah.
Well, Robbie, we appreciate it. Hope you have a good Monday. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Well, I hope y'all do as well, and you take care of yourself.
Thanks.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Robbie Samuel with that report from Mount Vernon. We're going to move over and talk with Sue Price. Sunshine, Cherry Mountain after this.
Sis Ford, located on Oak Street in Forest City, is now Legendary Ford. Still locally owned and still offering the same local hometown service as always. The new family at Legendary Ford is working hard to prove to you that they want your business. So stop by today and see the large selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks on the lot, and let the guys at Legendary Ford help you choose the perfect vehicle that best fits you and your family. Visit them at 565 Oak Street in Forest City, or visit the website at www.legendaryford.com, or call them at 245-1626.
36 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday morning. It is Sue Price with us from the Sunshine Cherry Mountain Fire District. Sue, good morning.
Good morning. Beautiful morning over here.
Absolutely.
That sky was beautiful when I was coming in. It was so pretty. It was just starting to see the daylight breaking through, just barely. So pretty.
Well, our days are short now. It gets dark too soon.
Yeah, it does.
Yep. I looked the other day. I was going to remember the shortest day of the year, and then it'll start gradually getting back longer. So I'll have to look that up. So what you got for us this morning?
Well, let's see. The only birthday I have today is on Fairview's calendar, and it's for Charlie Green, so I hope Charlie's going to have a good day. And we hope anybody that's celebrating a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day on their special day and enjoy it. And in my announcements, Fairview Baptist Church will be going Christmas caroling on the 16th. And their Christmas play is on the 17th at 6:30 p.m. And it is inside this year. They're not doing the drive around. And then on the 24th, they're not having a service. On the 31st, they're having a New Year's worship service. And let's see, Duckins Creek Church is there on the 24th. This children's Christmas program is going to be during the morning service. And then the evening service will be a Christmas Eve service, and they're going to do the reading of the luminaries. And I believe that's the only announcements I have. It's just quiet and calm over this way, looking for a good day, and I hope you guys will have one.
Thanks, Sue. You do the same. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Sue. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Found out that the shortest day of the year is actually the winter solstice when it turns into winter, December the 21st. And the longest day of the year is June 21st when it officially turns to summer.
Let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what the benefit of us having the time change? What is the benefit of that?
Years ago, the reason they changed it was because of the farmers. They decided that it would get more daylight.
Uh-huh.
They would have more working hours with the sun up.
Right.
Is the reason they changed it.
So do they still feel that way?
Don't know. I guess so. We're still doing it.
Yeah.
So.
I just, it just seems like everybody hates it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was.
I don't see what the benefit
That was
of this
the thing
is.
that served its purpose years ago, but you know that purpose may or may not be valid now. I can't see the point of doing it, and so here we are.
Yeah.
39 minutes after 7 o'clock. Going to check in with Tina White next.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Tina White with us this morning. Good Monday morning to you, Tina.
Good morning, good morning. What a wonderful morning it is already.
Yes, it is. How are you?
But it got here too quick.
Yeah, it always does, doesn't it?
The weekend went way, way too fast. But what a wonderful weekend it was. Dwayne with the fire department, he says they were all quiet, no wrecks, no fires over the weekend. There's no birthdays or anniversaries today. We do have some Christmas plays that are coming up, Christmas programs at the churches. Piney Knob Baptist Church on the 10th at 6 p.m. is the children's Christmas play, and then on the 17th at 6 p.m. is the adult Christmas play. I look forward to hearing from other churches so I can tell their Christmas program times too. And I visited down at Sunny Days over the weekend on Saturday there in Rutherfordton, and man, what an array of fudge. And she was saying that she has seen an increase in customers since she's been talking about it on the radio.
Good. Did you tell her who you were?
I did.
Good.
I told her, well, I would be sure and mention it.
That's awesome. Yeah, she's such a sweet person. And they have such
really
pretty
is.
things in there.
Mm-hmm. And it's unique and vintage. And
Yes.
the glass blowing. The guy was there doing the glass blowing, making the little creatures and things.
That's actually her.
So neat.
That's actually her husband that does that.
I thought it was, but I didn't know for sure, so I didn't want to say her husband without knowing for sure. But
Yeah.
I thought it was her.
Yeah.
And she was so kind. She was kind to the kids too. She gave them free hot chocolate.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, she's so sweet. She's a sweet soul.
Yeah. So that's at Sunny Days there in Main Street, Rutherford. Go look at some unique gift ideas. But I think that's all we got to report today. Just everybody stay safe and enjoy the day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, see you, Tina. Thanks.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Tina White with that report from the Shingle Hollow Fire District. We're going to check in with Brenda Kelly next.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road.
7:43 on this Monday morning. 40 degrees outside. Brenda Kelly with us from the Union Mills Fire District. Good morning, Brenda.
Good morning on this marvelous Monday morning.
How is everything going?
Everything's just fine. I'm not going to complain because it could get worse.
That's right.
That's right. It could always be worse, couldn't it?
You used a word a while ago, Tracy. What did you say? Highfalutin when you were talking about.
Highfalutin.
Yeah.
So now just give me the definition of highfalutin.
Highfalutin is somebody that's
rich.
Somebody that is
Yeah,
oh gosh,
rich,
what is it?
more sophisticated.
Yeah, they're they if it would rain, they would drown because their nose would be stuck up in the air.
Well, I'm glad your definition and mine are about the same.
Like Robbie Samuel, he's highfalutin.
No, Robbie's not highfalutin. No. Well, let's see. Today's Monday. I've got 34 degrees on the front porch. Birthdays today is Amelia Fox and Piper Cole. So I hope both of these people have a great old big day on their special day. And in ways of announcements, we're going to have a bake sale December the 17th. This is on a Sunday, and it's going to be a Sunday afternoon. That's the only time we could do it. And it's going to go from 2 to 5 p.m. If you need a dessert for the holidays, you can pick up one at Far City Church of the Nazarene. Money raised will go where needed most. And then, fundraising campaign, Union Mills Community Center. Your help is needed. Our mission is to provide a place for local citizens to meet and participate in activities that enrich their lives, provide for the care, repair, and maintenance of the historic community clubhouse, and to provide a reasonable price rental space for community events. In order to do this, we need to raise money to install a new heat and air conditioning system in our clubhouse. We will be able to use the clubhouse year-round for events. And if you want to donate, it will be appreciated, and we are a 501c3. To donate or for more information, you may contact Mary Nanny at 151 Brittany Drive, Union Mills, NC, 28167. You can call at 828-429-3502, or you can contact Diane Nanny at 419 Nannytown Road, Union Mills, NC, 28167, or you can call 828-429-2446. That's all the announcements I have. But we was at the clubhouse Saturday night for our Union Mills community Christmas party, and it was about over. People was already leaving, and somebody come around that curve up there at the clubhouse. It's a sharp curve. If you're not familiar with it, it'll mess you up. And next thing we know, they were going down through the woods.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Taking a ride, wasn't they?
Yeah, they hit a tree and it spun them around, but everybody went over to check, or not everybody, but several people did to check on them, and the driver was all right, didn't seem to be hurt, but they called the ambulance and everything, and we're standing out there, and I shouldn't have said that, but sometimes I say things before I think, and I said, well, we got Christmas lights now. They was all red and blue.
There you go.
But that's all I know of it's going on up here. So y'all have a good day. Go check on Luther, and we'll catch you later.
We'll do it, Brenda. Thanks.
Take care, Brenda.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Brenda Kelly with that report from the Union Mills Fire District. We are going to go check on Luther Gillikin after this.
It's a family tradition, caring for your family at a time of sorrow and need. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, owned and operated by the Crow family, has been a part of our community for over 65 years. They've been recognized for the highest level of professional service. Crow's pinpoints every service detail to ensure your family has the best service possible. Any questions, call the staff at Crow's 286-2304. They'll be happy to speak with you about pre-funeral needs as well. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, 118 College Avenue, Rutherford, or visit them at www.crowmortuary.com.
Ellenborough is the place to be this morning. Luther Gillikin with us. Luther, good morning.
Good morning there. Coffee's good, biscuits good. Everybody's getting a gas and heading on out to work.
That's right.
Get another week started here.
Mm-hmm.
It's quiet. See, the fire department had 3 medical calls. They had one accident over the weekend. But they quiet this morning, nothing going over them. So you two have a great day up there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, we'll see you then, Luther. Thanks.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Luther Gillikin with that report from the Ellenborough Fire District. That wraps up our call-around report for this Monday morning. Well, folks, Granny Beans is our sponsor for the morning birthday and the birthday winner. Enjoy a fresh, delicious orange twist Long John cream-filled donut, original glazed donut, or for lunch, stop in and order a fresh salad or a delicious Granny Beans sub sandwich. Granny Beans does beautiful cakes for showers, weddings, birthdays, or any occasion you need a cake. Or if you'd rather have those pinafores, you can get those instead. Granny Beans hours are Tuesday through Friday, 9 until 7, Saturday, 9 until 6. Call them at 286-9012, located 322 West Main Street in Spindale. If you're celebrating a birthday or anniversary, give me a call now.
Have you seen the email of the young lady who told her friends about hitting a slick section of highway while her cruise control was engaged and found herself sliding out of control? She was passing along the good advice of a highway patrolman who warned her of using cruise control when slick conditions prevail. Well, he is correct. The cruise control is designed for normal road conditions, and it doesn't know when the pavement is slippery. With some cars, it is possible that the wheels will actually spin faster when the cruise control is on and the car hits a slippery spot. When the tires make contact with firm road again, the car can skid or lose control. Well, life is not lived well on cruise control either. The outspoken disciple of Jesus said, "Our spiritual enemy roams around like a hungry lion just looking for someone to devour." And Paul the Apostle challenged us to be daily geared up for battle. Trying to use the cruise all of the time may work for fair weather, but if we hope to survive when things get difficult, we need all eyes on the road and all senses working overtime. One way to do that is through a daily prayer time. It doesn't need to be a long prayer, but just asking for daily guidance can be a big help. And after asking, make sure you stop and listen long enough to let God respond. This is Bill Hostler with today's key to confident living.
Jim, have you seen Henson Building Materials' newly remodeled showroom? It's gorgeous.
You mean where they have a full line of hardware and building materials for homeowners and home builders?
I mean where Jamie, Terry, and Tony, their friendly staff, treat me like family. Oh, they're so nice.
Hey, are they taking COVID precautions and have curbside service?
Of course. They're so thoughtful.
I do need some materials, but I don't think they'll fit in our car.
Oh, silly. They have professional delivery so we can get whatever I want.
Henson Building Materials, 177 Duke Street in Forest City.
Building starts here.
At Carolina West Wireless, the gifts are on us this holiday season. Save thousands on bundling iPhones, iPads, and watches with new lines of service. Need to upgrade? Save big there, too. To celebrate the gifts we are most grateful for, our customers, we are having a holiday customer appreciation event at our retail store locations. Join us December 7th through 9th and get the best savings of the year and register to win great prizes. Celebrate the holidays with us as we celebrate you. Carolina West Wireless.
Birthday! Happy birthday. Well, no, I didn't have any birthdays called in today.
Not a one.
But we do have some birthdays and events throughout history that you may be interested in. In 1934, a fellow by the name of Victor French was born. You remember him?
I surely
Passed away in
do.
1989. Mark from Highway to Heaven.
Oh, yeah.
And he also was in that Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
Remember him?
right.
Bearded,
Yeah.
big
Oh,
bearded
yeah.
guy. Oh, yeah. 1934 game show host Wink Martindale was born. 1937, Max Bayer Jr. Remember him better as Jethro Bodine.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
1946, singer Freddie Cannon. I call him Freddie Boom Boom Cannon. He sang Down at Palisades Park.
Yeah,
Remember that?
that's a good one.
1949, Jeff Bridges was born. 1964, Marissa Tomei. 1619, the first Thanksgiving was held in America. 1920 was the first pro football playoff game.
Wow.
In 1954, the first Burger King opens in the United States. And on this day in 1981, Falcon Crest premieres on TV. Remember that?
Oh, I
That
do
was a
remember.
long time
Yeah,
ago.
it sure was.
Today is Santa's List Day. Today is the day
Santa's
that he
watching.
puts his naughty and nice list
Yes,
together.
he
So I hope
is.
you're on the nice list. Today is International Cheetah Day. Now that's the animal, not cheater.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
cheetah.
Gotcha.
Cheetah
Gotcha.
Day, the
Thank you
animal.
for telling us the difference.
Wildlife Conservation Day is today. National Socks Day. Have you got your socks on?
Oh,
Everybody got your socks on?
yeah,
We
got
do.
my socks on.
National Dice Day. And here's one, National Cookie Day.
Oh, boy.
It don't matter what kind of cookie, just any cookie.
Oh,
We're going to see if we can get a hold of Brother Wayne Rollins at Wayne's Lunchbox. Find out what's happening with him this morning. Get him on the phone this morning. 40 degrees outside. Cloudy skies looking going to be a beautiful day anyway. So we hope you get outside and enjoy it. I know we certainly are here today. I think we get a hold of Wayne's this morning, so we'll just tell you about Wayne's Lunchbox. Go downtown Forest City. Downtown Spindale. Not really downtown. Kind of off the beaten path over there. Enjoy Wayne's Lunchbox Monday through Thursday with all your favorite homemades. Your homemade favorites that are sure to please even the picky eaters. Enjoy burgers, salads, sandwiches, or meat and veggies. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 until 2. He's going to close from 2 until 3, and they'll be back open 3 until 7. Wayne's Lunchbox also has great catering service from budget traditional to elaborate. Whatever your taste is, Wayne can provide all you need for a perfect event. Located 391 East Main Street, Spindale, or call them 828-395-2225.
And I know he's taking
Wayne's
orders for
Lunchbox.
Christmas, so
Yep.
go ahead and give you a call in for the Christmas catering
Get
or
those
Christmas dinners.
Orders in.
Orders,
and
yeah.
Make sure you get those and be prepared.
That's it.
Been great being here with you this morning. Hope you have a great Monday. As for us, we're going to step aside and let Lou Gillum take over the Blue Room for just a little while. Don't forget Kevin Pleasant coming up this afternoon, All Request Afternoon Show. Always popular show right here at WCAB. Call in your request to him, and he'll do his best to play them for you. As we say, folks, be good to each other. It'll all come back around to you.
We promise.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
Monday.
Ohio and Massachusetts, Warren County, Ohio, between Cincinnati and Dayton, have seen 145 cases of kids between the ages of 3 and 14. Alicia Allman, a physician assistant with StarMed in Charlotte, told WBTV.
It can be viral, but many times is bacterial following a viral illness.
Israeli tanks and more troops are attacking Hamas militants in northern and southern Gaza after the recent ceasefire ended last week. Gazans who remain unable to get out of the way of the fighting are being told to move to another part of the Gaza Strip where aid and relief await them. Israeli Army spokesman Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari.
It should be clear to everyone by now, Hamas chooses war. Hamas chose war when it broke the hostage release agreement on December 1st.
It's the busiest time of the year for the post office, whether it's Christmas cards or packages. The largest United States Postal Service processing and distribution facility in the country in Los Angeles expects to process 1.5 million pieces a day. Antoinette Brown is a mail handler there.
Mail everywhere. So that's mail we have to process on a day-to-day basis. So we're here 9, 10, 11 hours, maybe 12 for some.
During the holiday season, people are easily becoming victims of fraud. Fayetteville Police Department's Detective Jennifer Kelly.
We just want to be safe. We don't want to leave any packages out on the front steps so they can be stolen.
You're listening to NCN News.
For more than 35 years, the North Carolina Rural Center has been working to secure a more vibrant future for our state's rural people and places. The latest research breaks down the major forces driving change, such as restricted access to quality health care and insufficient health insurance coverage. Our rural communities face challenges often, contributing to poor health outcomes. The Rural Center continues to advocate for progress on these and other important rural issues. Learn more at ncruralcenter.org. NC Rural Center, building vibrant rural communities.
In North Carolina, the countdown to college is on. Is it exciting? Yes. Is it scary? Maybe a little. Is it worth it? Absolutely. CFNC.org is here to help students, parents, and education professionals plan, apply, and pay for college. Sign up to stay ahead of important information about free college applications, financial aid through the Better FAFSA, and all the big deadlines. Let us help you jumpstart your future at CFNC.org.
New or tougher criminal penalties against rioting, vandalizing power stations, and harassing law enforcement officers and emergency workers are among North Carolina laws approved this year that have now taken effect. The holidays are usually the happiest time of the year. However, for some, coping with loss and depression, it becomes the hardest. Glenn Simpson, a professional at ECU Behavioral Health Department, told WNCT.
Oftentimes, we get through the holidays and we feel like life kind of goes back to normal. But if it's not going back to normal, that's the time to really seek help.
The Columbus County Sheriff's Office is investigating 5 shootings that happened all in the county, and District Attorney John David told WECT in Wilmington.
You know, one of the dynamics which is setting up right now is we have young folks who involve themselves in conflicts, and they frequently involve themselves in gunplay back and forth between rival groups.
Western North Carolina counties no longer have burn bans in effect, but the latest drought monitor indicates moderate to extreme conditions persist in some mountain areas. Jackson County Fire Marshal Michael Forbes.
The humidity's low and the fuels are right for burning. The southern end of the county is in extreme drought, so the Cashers area into the Tuckasegee area.
Time for the stay of pure imagination.
I'm making chocolate, of course. How do you like it? Dark, white, nutty?
Willy Wonka fans can celebrate the release of a new version of the movie with Timothée Chalamet by booking a suite at the Park Lane Hotel in New York City or the Viceroy Santa Monica in L.A. Rooms have been transformed into candy wonderlands with life-size confections and a chocolate bar bed topped with marshmallows. They'll be available to the first 2 pairs of guests who book on Booking.com December 13th at noon. Price, $12.15 to mark the movie's December 15th debut. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
The music's on us on WCAB.
This is Dakota Lives Say, chronicling another true story taken from the 1800s, a time known to all as the Old West. As we shall see today, 2 speeches, each delivered on December 2, some 22 years apart, resulted in affecting the development of the West more than any other single action during the 1800s.
At Vive, we're kicking off Black Friday early, and we're keeping it going all the way through the holiday season with our best deal of the year. That's right, you can save more than ever before with our 105 megabits per second internet for only $19.99 a month for your first 6 months when you choose AutoPay. Plus, get free installation when you order online. So go to vivebroadband.com today and make the holidays brighter with our best deal of the year. Offer ends January 2nd, 2024. Not available in all areas. Modem, certain installations, taxes, and fees extra. Subject to data plan. Visit vivebroadband.com for all restrictions.
At Carolina West Wireless, the gifts are on us this holiday season. Save thousands on bundling iPhones, iPads, and watches with new lines of service. Need to upgrade? Save big there, too. To celebrate the gifts we are most grateful for, our customers, we are having a holiday customer appreciation event at our retail store locations. Join us December 7th through 9th and get the best savings of the year and register to win great prizes. Celebrate the holidays with us as we celebrate you. Carolina West Wireless.
On December 2, 1823, President James Monroe introduced the concept that all European influence should be removed from the areas immediately surrounding the United States. So the United States started peacefully acquiring territories owned by European countries. This policy came to be known as the Monroe Doctrine. On December 2, 1845, 22 years later, during his first speech before Congress, President Polk reasserted the Monroe Doctrine. But President Polk went one step beyond by stating his willingness to use force in removing European influence. President Polk felt that the expansion of the United States was its manifest destiny. President Polk wanted the United States to annex Texas, acquire California, and gain control of the Oregon Territory. Standing in the way of doing these were just the countries of Mexico, Great Britain, and France. Fortunately, Great Britain peacefully surrendered its claim on the Oregon Territory. With the annexation of the Republic of Texas into the United States, Mexico declared war. President Polk was afraid that Great Britain and France would come in on the side of Mexico, but that never happened. In 1846, with the defeat of Mexico, the vision of President Polk's speech of December 2, 1845 was realized. The United States now controlled the areas that one day would become the Pacific Northwest, Texas, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, and Utah. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
This is Kevin Pleasant here in the Blue Room taking a look at your weather forecast. You can expect throughout the day partly cloudy skies with scattered showers and a high near 59, chance of precipitation 50%. Overnight, partly cloudy, isolated showers, a low around 42, chance of precipitation 40%. Tuesday, partly cloudy with isolated showers and a high near 58, and overnight mostly clear with a low around 39. This has been your weather forecast here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
And currently 39 degrees right now and a little bit of sunshine peeking through. Trying to get in touch with Anita in North Carolina Works, but the office is saying it's closed today. Is today a holiday? Well, we'll see. We'll keep trying. Well, if you're looking for that hard to buy for person for Christmas, well, keep these 2 words, Patriot Arms. They're located at 118 Makers Place in Forest City. The best directions. They're close to Highway 74, just past Old American Homes, or they're near the Convenience Center on Bethany Church Road. But they're actually right behind the Danieltown Baptist Church. They've got a store full of great deals, huge inventory, gift certificates are available, layaway. They also have new and used merchandise. They buy, sell, and trade guns only. They have ammunition, apparel, holsters, cleaning supplies. They also do gun repair and gunsmithing. Patriot Arms is an amazing gun shop and a whole lot more, locally owned by people that live right here in Rutherford County. So call them or see them today, 828-919-2803, 828-919-2803. And tell them WCAB sent you. Shop local. Keep your money right here in Rutherford County. Well, we're trying to get in touch with Anita at NC Works, still saying that the office is closed, and we were trying to get in touch with Tom Roop to see if we could get an idea on the weather. Try Anita one more time. Just try Anita one more time. Okay, we're trying to get in touch with Anita at NC Works to see what the jobs are in Rutherford County. We may try again later on in the hour. And want to get in touch with Tom Roop to see how much rain, if the rain affected anything, if it helped us at all. And if you missed the Christmas parade in Spindale and in Rutherfordton on Saturday, well, you missed getting wet about the time the Spindale parade started, but then by the time Rutherfordton started, the rain had stopped and everything was just smooth sailing all the way through. And also, as a member of the Town Council in Spindale and the Centennial Committee, I'm inviting you to come to Spindale and take a look at the float that we rode. It was put together by the Spindale Centennial Committee, and the guys out at the Public Works Department helped put it together. Scott Weber, Jamie Guillermo, our fire chief, and a lot of others were involved in putting this thing together. And it's really pretty. And there are some pictures on there with some folks, Spindale folks on it. So go by, take a look at the float, and see if there's someone that you may recognize. Your grandparents, your uncle, maybe your aunt may be on that picture. So go take a look at the pictures on the Spindale float. It's parked at the Spindale House. So we would love for you to go by and take a look at it, take some pictures of it, take a picture of yourself standing in front of it. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of hard ideas were thrown around trying to get that thing together. So go by and take a look at it. Well, we can't get Tom Roop and we can't get Anita at NC Works. So we'll just go ahead. Well, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office needs your help in finding Brian Scott Sisk. Now, he was reported missing by a family member, last seen in Forest City about 2 weeks ago. He's 33 years old, 5'11", 168 pounds. Last seen wearing a brown plaid shirt, dark blue jeans. Okay, we got Tom Roop on the phone, and let's check in with Tom Roop and see if the rain helped us at all this weekend.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tom. How are you this morning?
Doing good. How about you all?
Doing good, doing good. Well, did that rain help us at all this weekend?
Well, it did. We got one day it was 1,500, the next day was 17, so that's about 0.3 of an inch of rain to start the month off. So maybe we might edge out of the drought a little bit. But the month of October and November both was real shy of rain. So, but we did get a lot of rain in the summertime, so we're about even. Some people would say we're not, but my record shows us about even. Even though it was dry, there was some months that was heavy.
Well, Tom, I'd go by your records because yours are more for Rutherford County than a lot of the others. So.
I'm sorry, say again?
I said I think I would go by your records because you keep good records of what happens here in Rutherford County.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's I try to, and it's, you can call anytime you wish.
All righty, Tom. Well, thanks a lot for the report.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Well, that's Tom Roop. Our rain helped a bit. Well, and back to our news this morning. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office, of course, is seeking information to the whereabouts of Brian Scott Sisk. Now, he was reported missing by a family member, last seen in Forest City about 2 weeks ago. He's a 33-year-old white male, 5'11", 168 pounds, last seen wearing a brown plaid shirt, dark color blue jeans. Anyone with any information, contact the Sheriff's Department at 286-2911. Well, the rain was a welcome sight for the firefighters, especially in McDowell County, where 2 fires have been reported as further contained as of Saturday. The Clear Creek fire was 40% contained and remained at 124 acres, with 61 firefighters working under a unified command. Just 2 miles from the Clear Creek fire, however, the Locust Cove fire number 2 was 25% contained and remained at 165 acres. Now, the causes of both fires are undetermined. Both fires are burning in fire scars, meaning the fires have already burned there in the past. There have been no injuries and no structures at either the Clear Creek or the Locust Cove fire. Now, the Black Bear fire in Haywood County, that's 90% contained, with increased activity on the ridge system between Snowbird Creek and Painter Branch. The fire is backing slowly down the ridge. An updated acreage estimate will be available soon, but the previous estimates were about 1,900 acres. No injuries, no structures were threatened at that time, and the Appalachian Trail section from Brown Gap Road to I-40, that remains closed. In a press release, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park said a construction crew working on Lakeview Drive in Bryson City witnessed a woman set 2 fires to grass and brush on the shoulder of the road. That was around 11 a.m. on November the 20th. Now, officials say that the fires were both quickly extinguished before they could grow, and the woman, who is yet to be identified, was arrested. According to a Department of Justice spokesperson, the woman has been cited by the National Park Service Rangers with creating a hazardous condition and lighting a fire in an undesignated area. Initially setting fires except in designated rings in camping or parking area, picnic areas in national parks is always illegal. That, according to a press release from the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Intentionally starting fires under high wind and red flag warnings is illegal, it's dangerous, and it's irresponsible. Under red flag conditions, fire danger is elevated, and strong winds will cause fires to spread rapidly. Now, although 30 North Carolina counties are now out of the state's burn ban designation, residents are still advised to be cautious and use caution when doing any type of outdoor burning. Cherokee County and Murphy officials are searching for a man wanted on felony charges who's considered to be armed and dangerous. That, according to officials on Saturday evening. Jordan Nathaniel Hedden is wanted for felony charges related to kidnapping and robbery, the sheriff's office said on Saturday, a little after 6 p.m. At 8:20 p.m., the Cherokee they described Hedden as a 5'8", weighing approximately 130 pounds, brown hair, green eyes. Officials say he may be traveling on a bicycle or on foot. According to Cherokee County Sheriff's Office, released a more detailed statement Saturday around 10 p.m., explaining that the situation around Hedden. The release said, according to information received by officials on Thursday from the Cherokee County, they picked up Hedden and a female, Stephanie Neese, who were hitchhiking. After entering the vehicle, Hedden then kidnapped the Cherokee County citizen, forcing her to the back passenger seat of the vehicle. Hedden then took over operation of the vehicle. Warrants for Hedden and Nace were subsequently issued in North Carolina and also in Tennessee. Officials said that Nace was arrested and is currently in custody in Georgia, but Hedden is still at large and believed to be on the run. The sheriff's office went on to say that on December the 2nd, Hedden entered a Tennessee resident with a firearm and was then confiscated. Afterward, officials said that Hedden hitchhiked into Georgia, so he could be anywhere by now. He is considered armed and dangerous, and law enforcement warns anyone who sees him, do not approach him. Anyone who sees Hedden or his whereabouts are please asked to call and report where he may be. He is 5'8", weighs about 130 pounds, brown hair, green eyes. I guess by now he's lost the bicycle and he's traveling on foot. We've got more news coming up, but first we'll take a look at our local obituaries, and they've been brought to you by Crow's Mortuary. It's a family tradition, caring for your family at a time of sorrow and need. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, owned and operated by the Crow family, has been a part of our community for over 65 years. They've been recognized for the highest level of professional service. Crow's pinpoints every service detail to ensure your family has the best service possible. Any questions, call the staff at Crow's 286-2304. They'll be happy to speak with you about pre-funeral needs as well. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, 118 College Avenue, Rutherford, or visit them at www.crowmortuary.com.
Good morning, Anita.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine.
Good, good. What you got to report this morning?
We've got a patient care technician that is for the high school diploma, $15 to $35 an hour. A human resource supervisor that requires 1 year experience. The pay is not experience. Material handler, pre-pool and Spindale, high school diploma. We have CDL truck driver, Ellenborough, $15 to $20 an hour. That does require skills. A facilities maintenance, HVAC, in Far City, that is $30 to $35 an hour. That does require a high school diploma and some HVAC experience and certification, and 3 years. An electrician in Far City, $25 an hour. That's a high school diploma and 3 years. A hydro utilities technician up in Lake Lure. That's a high school diploma, $15.88 to $23.90 an hour. We have rural carriers and city carriers in Rutherfordton. Those pay $19.94. They require a high school diploma. And a machine operator in Far City, that is $19.50 an hour and a high school diploma. Also tomorrow here in the office, we're going to have an employer here. They're going to be here from 1 to 5 talking to people about different jobs. And then also on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, we have a workshop, resumes and job applications for any of those jobs, for any of the workshops or anything. Just give us a call here, 223 on Charlotte Road in Rutherford. Our number is 828-286-3042.
Thanks, Anita. We'll talk to you again next Monday.
Thank you, hon.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's Anita with NC Works. And again, if there's a job that you were interested in that she was talking about, you can get in touch with Anita at NC Works. And now our morning obituaries on WCAB. Ronald Lee Driver, 72 of Forest City, passed away on November the 29th. He served as the esteemed owner of Driver's Body Shop in Forest City. Later in his career, held the position of service manager at Friendship Nissan. Survived by his wife of 54 years, Mary McCraw Driver, his daughters Dottie Wilson and Linda Sissy Vance. His grandchildren and great-grandchildren survive. A time for the family and friends to gather and share memories is from 1 until 2 today at Crow's Funeral Home. A service will be held at 2 o'clock and burial will be at the Rutherford County Memorial Park. In lieu of flowers, the family is asking that donations be made to the American Heart Association at heart.org or the American Diabetes Association at diabetes.org. Online condolences may be made at crowmortuary.com. Crow's Mortuary in charge of the arrangements for Ronald Lee Driver. Terry Black Smith, 62 of Mooresboro, passed away on Monday, November 27th, survived by her son, Billy Smith of Bostic, her sister, Deborah Hoffman of Gastonia, and her grandchildren survive. A memorial service will be held today at 4 o'clock at Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home. Online condolences may be made at washburndorsey.com. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Terry Black Smith. Barbara White Miller, 64 of Bostic, passed away on Thursday. Arrangements are incomplete and will be announced by Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home. The family is planning a memorial service this month at Fairview Baptist Church. Online condolences may be made at washburndorsey.com. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Barbara White Miller, age 64 of Bostic. Michael J. Jett, 79 of Columbus, passed away on Wednesday in Rutherford County, a native of Tennessee. He served our country in the United States Army during the Vietnam War, where he ranked as captain, worked and lived in Europe for a number of years, also worked for Air Photo USA in Phoenix, Arizona, lastly at Ernst & Young as a CPA, survived by his wife, Carolyn Harris Roop Jett of Columbus, his children, Charlotte Michelle Jett Silver and husband Michael of New York, Carter Bradley Jett of Texas, his stepchildren, Myron Roop and wife Renee of Rutherford, Alan Roop and wife Rhonda of Statesville. His grandchildren and step-grandchildren survive. The family will receive friends from 10 until 11. This will be on Thursday morning at Matt Mahan's Funeral Home. Funeral services will be at Matt Mahan's at 11 o'clock on Thursday, and burial is private for the family at the Kistler Chapel United Methodist Church. Online condolences may be made at mattmahansfuneralhome.com. Matt Mahan's Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Michael J. Jett, age 79, of Columbus. Victor Murillo, 57, of Forest City, passed away on Wednesday at Atrium Health, Carolinas in Charlotte. Born in Honduras to Juan and Lydia Murillo, who live in Honduras, he worked as a heavy equipment operator in the construction industry for many years. In addition to his parents, survived by his wife, Delicia Nunez Murillo, his son, Victor Murillo Jr., and Mariville Hernandez. His grandchildren also survive. Burial will take place at 11 o'clock today at the Rutherford County Memorial Cemetery. Online condolences may be made at harrelsonfuneralhome.com. Harrelson Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements for Victor Murillo, age 57, of Forest City. This has been the Morning Obituaries on WCAB, brought to you by Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services. You can hear these and others that come in throughout the day as part of Midday at 11:30, and again this afternoon at 5:08. We have Coffee for the Soul. That's coming up next.
Good morning. I'm Pastor Lee Coyle. Welcome to Coffee for the Soul, a brief devotion designed to jumpstart your service to Christ today. Nothing gets my body going in the morning like a hot cup of coffee. Nothing gets my spirit started like a fresh challenge from God's Word. Have you ever noticed how loud the world is? With traffic, alarms, phones, construction, crowds, automobiles, etc., there's a lot of noise. There are a lot of sounds that compete for our attention, and that can distract us from the sounds we do not want to miss. When my children were babies, I could pick up their cry above a lot of other sounds. How could I do that? Because I was tuned in to them. If they were crying or in distress, I wanted to hear, so that I could do what I needed to do for them. There are a lot of voices that cry out for our attention and allegiance, like the voice of compromise, the voice of fear, the voice of self-reliance, the voice of public opinion, the voice of confusion, and the voice of self-indulgence. Thank God He also speaks to us. He speaks to us through His Holy Spirit, through our conscience, through the witness of the church, and through the many other ways as well. The clearest way to hear God's voice is through the Holy Scripture. The Bible is God's Word to us. The more and better we know and understand the Bible, the easier it is to recognize and distinguish the voice of God from all other voices in our world. Jeremiah 7:23 records God speaking through His prophet, saying, "Obey my voice, and I will be your God, and you shall be my people, and walk only in the way that I command you, so that it may be well with you." Now, that's Coffee for the Soul.
When it comes to checking your Christmas list and checking it twice, check out B&D Thrift and Loan this year. They have a great selection of jewelry, appliances, musical instruments, electronics, toys, gaming systems, and brand new four-wheelers, 110, 125, and 150 cc's. B&D is still buying gold, so if you have old gold or jewelry lying around, bring it to B&D and turn that old gold into cash on the spot. Located on South Broadway in Forest City, or call them at 245-3551, your one-stop Christmas shop.
At Insurance Service Associates, we want to be your insurance agent. We try to make it easier for you. When you ask, we will shop your insurance with multiple companies. We don't charge extra fees for making a payment. You can come by our office, or with many of our companies, you can pay us over the phone. Many of our customers come through our drive-thru. We want to make it simple because life is already too complicated. Insurance Service Associates, 245 East Main Street, or you can call us at 245-5301.
There are plenty of drugstores in Rutherford County, but not all of them offer the same personal customer service that is offered at the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Laura Hodge and her team have trusted experience and professional service. You're not just a number to them, you're a friend. Make the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton your hometown drugstore at 200 Charlotte Road in Rutherfordton. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturdays 9 to 1, 287-7117. With gas and utility prices skyrocketing, you need to save money wherever you can. Jay's Discount Grocery can help you do just that. Jay's Grocery has a fresh meat market and a produce aisle like no other. Jay's carries all household needs, including dog and cat food, cups, paper plates, drinks, famous brand names arriving daily at a fraction of the cost. You know, you just never know what you'll find at Jay's. Find out for yourself. Jay's is open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 7, Friday and Saturday, 8 to 8, closed on Sundays. Jay's Discount Grocery, 671 Oak Street in Forest City. Shop Jay's and walk out with a pocket full of savings.
And in trading time this morning, someone has for sale a 12-gauge Winchester single-shot shotgun. Also a pet carrier for sale, 289-3325, 289-3325. For sale a wood shop full of equipment, sanders, drills, etc., 828-447-1610. 447-1610. A complete Santa Claus suit. That includes the beard, the boots, the hair, everything. $100. 453-1338 or 289-2994. Handicap equipment, a lift, winch, remote bucket seat. 828-429-7398. 429-7398. And a patio heater, $100. 655-0220. 828-655-0220.
NCN Sports, I'm Rod Connick. Controversy in college football. Undefeated Florida State left out of the college football playoff. First time ever that an undefeated Power 5 conference champion has been excluded. Instead, one-loss Alabama got the fourth and final spot. CFP chairman and NC State athletic director Boo Corrigan says the loss of quarterback Jordan Travis factored into the committee's decision to leave FSU out.
In the eyes of the committee, that Florida State is a different team without Jordan Travis, and it's one of the things we do consider is player availability. Right, and our job is to rank, the best teams. And in the final decision, looking at that, was Alabama at 4 and Florida State at 5.
He added that Alabama had the edge on Florida State in strength of schedule.
It's a factor, and it's part of our protocol. And again, Alabama's strength of schedule was significantly higher.
ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips called it unfathomable, while FSU's coach and AD say they are disgusted and infuriated by the committee's move that, quote, failed college football, end quote. So it'll be number 1 Michigan against number 4 Alabama, number 2 Washington against number 3 Texas on New Year's Day. Number 5 Florida State will then face number 6 Georgia in the Orange Bowl. As for our teams here in our state, 18th ranked NC State will get number 25 Kansas State in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. UNC will face West Virginia in the Duke's Mayo Bowl in Charlotte. Duke will play in the Birmingham Bowl against Troy. App State will take on Miami, Ohio in the Cure Bowl. Speaking of App State, their men's basketball team had a big upset over the weekend, taking down Auburn 69-64, and an even bigger upset on Saturday in Lexington. UNC Wilmington knocked off number 12 Kentucky 80-73. You're listening to NCN Sports.
Have you heard? Discovery has a new destination, PBS North Carolina. Come with us as we explore our state from the foothills to the seashore, from all points of view to find new beginnings, connections, and stories, as well as trusted information to help us feel safe and secure. Join PBS North Carolina and uncover what you've been searching for. Follow your curiosity at pbsnc.org. That's pbsnc.org.
Getting older and wiser is a part of life. But like all things, aging has its challenges, and it's often hard to know where to turn for answers. Listen to the AARP Without Limits podcast to get the best information to navigate the challenges of aging in North Carolina. Learn how to live your best life after 50. You can find the latest episodes of AARP Without Limits wherever you listen to your podcasts.
The Carolina Panthers are officially eliminated from NFL playoff contention in their first game since firing head coach Frank Reich. Carolina lost to Tampa Bay on Sunday, 21-18 to fall to 1-11 on the year. Panthers interim coach Chris Tabor says they need to handle things the right way if they're going to start winning.
Losing stinks, and it's hard, and it's frustrating. But at the same time, you can handle things two ways, and that's what we talked about. You can either handle it with character or you can handle it with compromise. So which one is it going to be? And I like our guys.
The 3-game road trip will continue next Sunday for the Panthers when they travel to New Orleans. The Saints lost yesterday to the Lions 33-28. Falcons beat the Jets 13-8, and the Washington Commanders got destroyed by the Miami Dolphins 45-15. Rob Conte, NCN Sports.
At Carolina West Wireless, the gifts are on us this holiday season. Save thousands on bundling iPhones, iPads, and watches with new lines of service. Need to upgrade? Save big there, too. To celebrate the gifts we are most grateful for, our customers, we are having a holiday customer appreciation event at our retail store locations. Join us December 7th through 9th and get the best savings of the year and register to win great prizes. Celebrate the holidays with us as we celebrate you. Carolina West Wireless.
This is Kevin Pleasant here in the Blue Room taking a look at your weather forecast. You can expect throughout the day partly cloudy skies with scattered showers and a high near 59, chance of precipitation 50%. Overnight, partly cloudy, isolated showers, a low around 42, chance of precipitation 40%. Tuesday, partly cloudy with isolated showers and a high near 58, and overnight, mostly clear with a low around 39. This has been your weather forecast here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
Well, after a rainy Saturday, a rainy Christmas parade for Rutherfordton and Spindale. Well, it just rained in Spindale. It cleared up by the time we got to Rutherfordton. Do have a new updated forecast, however, for today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's going to be beautiful sunny skies. Highs each day warming anywhere from 55 to 60 degrees. Overnight lows dropping around 30 to 35 degrees each evening. Right now we're at 39 degrees under sunny skies. And if you've not been to Andrea's Boutique on Oakland Road in Spindale, you're missing out. It's an awesome little shop. Great Christmas gifts for the ladies in your life. Sizes small all the way up to 4X, jewelry, handbags, handmade totes in assorted colors, embroidery done in-house, also scarves, yard flags, children's clothing, plush, soft socks, and a whole lot more. It's just a short drive to Andrea's Boutique. They're right near Adaville Baptist Church on Oakland Road. Open Tuesday through Saturdays, 11 to 5. So give her a call for those special handmade handbag orders, 828-447-9737, or go by and take a look at what we're talking about. She makes homemade handbags and totes in all colors and in all sizes. That's Andrea's Boutique on Oakland Road in Spindale. And don't forget, we're having our first annual toy and coat drive to help the unfortunate children for Christmas in our county. We are now accepting unwrapped toys, plus new or gently used coats, hats, scarves, mittens, and gloves. All sizes are needed, and all donations will stay right here in Rutherford County. Now, we're currently taking donations, and we will continue through Monday, December the 11th. Some of the other drop-off points are Scrappy's Food and Fuel, Highway 221 near the Chase High Road, the Medicine Box in Rutherfordton, Jay's Discount Grocery on Oak Street in Forest City, Different Times Mercantile, South Main Street in Rutherfordton, participating Central and Western North Carolina Burger Kings, Anchor Down, and right here at WCAB. Now, each donation site has a large wrapped box for you to put your items in, and thank you ahead of time for helping us make this a happier and warmer Christmas for the children here in Rutherford County. Well, some things going on in our area. A walk to hope at the Chase Baptist Church on the Harris Henrietta Road in Mooresboro will be on Saturday from 5:30 until 7 o'clock. Come walk with us through the events of the Lord's birth, beginning with the angel's visit to Mary, the manger where he was born, and experience the empty tomb. Read the scripture, listen to the music, and spend some time in worship of our Savior. Walk at your own pace. Take your time to experience the Lord. A golf cart will be provided for anyone who can't make the walk. Hot coffee, cocoa, and cookies will be provided in the fellowship hall. This is by the Youth and Children's Ministry of the Chase Baptist Church. Again, a walk to hope, Chase Baptist Church on the Harris Henrietta Road in Mooresboro, Saturday evening from 5:30 until 7 o'clock. And don't forget that the new Medicaid program began on Friday in the state of North Carolina. You can go to the Department of Social Services. There are numerous links that you can go to and do an application online. This is for people ages 19 to 64 who normally would not have qualified for Medicaid before. Makes this a whole lot easier. That you do not have to have a child. In previous years, you had to have a child to qualify for Medicaid if you fell into any of these ages. You do not have to have a child, and the income guidelines are extremely high. I don't have the paper in here with me, but I can tell you, one single person, it's over $20,000 a year. So you can go online, you can go to the Department of Social Services and apply for the new Medicaid. And the public libraries of Rutherford County are now checking out blood pressure monitor kits for use at home. The kits contain a monitor, a cuff, an AC adapter, AA batteries also can be used, an instruction booklet, a laminated guide about blood pressure, as well as a blood pressure log for you to keep at home. Now, these kits can be checked out for a 2-week period. This is sponsored by Mission Health and the American Heart Association. And the Rutherford County Department of Social Services is now accepting applications for the Crisis Intervention Program. This federally funded program assists eligible households that are in immediately and life-threatening heating or cooling related crisis. Heating assistance includes electricity, wood, coal, fuel oil, kerosene, or gas. Now, North Carolina continues to find ways to streamline policy and procedures to help serve as many households as possible in the most efficient ways. Again, this year, households may apply for assistance by using I've got to see how this telephonic signature works. Now, this allows more clients to apply via telephone and reduce the processing time by eliminating the signature requirement for applications. A telephonic signature is a type of electronic signature that uses an individual's verbal attest of an ink signature. Now, applicants should have of their heating source or have 10% or less gas in their tank. Again, you must have a past due notice from the vendor of your heating source or have 10% or less gas in your tank, 15 inches or less fuel oil or kerosene, or have a limited supply of wood or kerosene for portable heaters. Benefits may be varied upon the amount needed to alleviate the crisis. An eligible household may receive assistance more than one time during the state fiscal year, that's July through June. However, the maximum benefit cannot exceed $600 per fiscal year. To qualify, households must have an income equal to or less than 150% of the poverty level, contain a U.S. citizen or eligible alien, and must be in a heating or cooling related crisis. All household income, again, that's all household income, must be verified by pay stubs, some other means, or through an employer. If a person is receiving other services administered by the Department of Social Services where income was verified, that can be used in some cases. However, it is strongly recommended that applicants provide at least a month's worth of income to determine your eligibility. This will help ensure that applications are processed as quickly as possible and avoid longer wait times for consumers. If you do need more information, you can contact the Energy Department at 828-287-1248 or go to www.rutherford.gov. Again, that's www.rutherfordcountync.gov/departments/social services for optional ways to apply. Well, in other news, some law enforcement agencies are encouraging iPhone users to be cautious following a new update. The Middletown Division of Police in Ohio posted a warning to parents on Facebook. Now, this was over the weekend, last weekend, regarding the name drop feature included in the iOS 17 update. It's called the name drop feature. Now, this feature allows users to easily share their contact information with another iPhone or Apple Watch by holding the devices very close together. iOS 17 now available. So after the devices connect, you can choose to share your info or receive the other person's. You can also cancel the transfer by locking your phone or moving the devices away from each other before the process completes, that according to Apple. The company also stated on its website that name drop only works for sending new information, not updating a contact already in your phone. Now, the Oakland County Sheriff's Office in Michigan also shared a warning about the feature, which is turned on by default with the new update. The Sheriff's Office said that even though you can refuse to share your information, many people do not check their settings and realize how their phone works. If you want to turn off that feature, go to the Settings, tap General, then click AirDrop. Toggle the Bringing Devices Together and turn that option off. Again, they can easily, just by putting the phones together, they can get your information. Well, the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, SLED, has arrested a former Charleston County Sheriff's deputy in connection with an alleged assault that occurred earlier this year. Deputy James H. Carter III is accused of allegedly assaulting a suspect and calling them a derogatory name following a vehicle pursuit in the Hollywood area. This was back on October the 21st. Now, this was captured on the deputy's body camera. The suspect, who is African American, was charged at the time with resisting arrest, failure to stop for blue lights, reckless driving, and various drug charges. An affidavit obtained by News 13 states that Carter struck the suspect in the facial area, knocking him unconscious momentarily after the suspect tripped and fell to the ground during the pursuit. The defendant then placed his hands around the neck of the suspect and moved his body to the ground, the affidavit continues. Police were investigating this. The document goes on to state that after the suspect was handcuffed, Carter asked him if he enjoyed his little nap. As they were walking to the patrol vehicle, Carter, 39, was arrested on last Monday and charged with misconduct in office and third-degree assault and battery. He was terminated by the sheriff's office back on November the 17th in connection with the incident. Your actions warrant immediate termination for your conduct regardless of subsequent additional policy violations. That, according to the sheriff's office in a letter of termination obtained by the News in the area has requested copies of the body camera video. However, that's not being released pending the investigation, and Carter, as of last week, was being held in the detention center awaiting a bond hearing. Well, a woman has been charged of setting a church on fire while a popular barbecue festival was underway. Now, according to the report from the Lexington Police Department, this happened back on November the 12th. Officers arrested 42-year-old Amy Lakey concerning a fire on Main Street on October the 28th. Now, Lakey was charged with the burning of a church. A bond was set at $25,000. Now, the church is owned by Jesus Comes First Ministries. According to the minister, he said it kind of makes you question why someone would target such a small church. He said, yeah, it makes you wonder. We're living in a crazy time, crazy world. We like to think that ministries like ours are here for a real reason, and that's to serve the people, and that's what God's plan and purpose is. Now, the arrest was part of an ongoing investigation into the origin of the fire that occurred on Saturday, October the 28th, during the Lexington Barbecue Festival. Now, police said the Lexington Fire Department responded to a structure fire involving a church at 1700 South Main Street. A large column of smoke was visible during the response, and a second alarm was initiated. Upon arrival, the crew first on the scene saw smoke coming from the rear of the structure and immediately began to work on extinguishing the fire. Additional crews checked the interior for possible victims and checked if the fire had extended to other parts of the building. Firefighters determined that the fire was contained to a rear porch area and no victims were in the building. Now, according to the report, the church served as a food bank and had several large supplies of perishable foods to feed the needy. Fire crews coordinated with church staff to help determine a remedy to remove the foods that needed to remain cool and frozen. Damage was substantial, according to the pastor of the church, and that will make it more difficult for needy families that depend on the church for the food giveaways. The Lexington Fire Marshal's Office initiated an investigation to determine the origin of the fire and the cause of it. Assisting in the investigation were the Davidson County Fire Marshal's Office, the North Carolina Office of the State Fire Marshal, and the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. The structure sustained substantial smoke and water damage and currently is uninhabitable. There were no injuries to fire personnel. Murph said that any donations help, and the church is in a GoFundMe. They do have a page set up where they are accepting donations, and a link can be found. Again, she set the fire while they were in the middle of the barbecue festival. We'll have more after this. Wayne's Lunchbox can satisfy the pickiest of eaters at lunch or dinner or supper, whatever you want to call it. You can enjoy salads, sandwiches, a limited meat and veggie menu at lunchtime, and then for supper, your choice of a meat and vegetables. Call on Wayne's for any catering event that you may have, offering catering service, so stop by 391 East Main Street in Spindale. Call 828-395-2225. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 until 2, for supper, 3 until 7.
When it comes to checking your Christmas list and checking it twice, check out B&D Thrift and Loan this year. They have a great selection of jewelry, appliances, musical instruments, electronics, toys, gaming systems, and brand new four-wheelers, 110, 125, and 150 cc's. B&D is still buying gold, so if you have old gold or jewelry lying around, bring it to B&D and turn that old gold into cash on the spot. Located on South Broadway in Forest City, or call them at 245-3551, your one-stop Christmas shop.
Well, have you ever gone to the refrigerator and just kind of picked up a pack of ham or a pack of bologna and thought, okay, this will make a good sandwich, and then you kind of stop in your tracks because it's out of date? Is it okay to eat this stuff even though it's gone out of date? It smells fine, but is it still okay to eat it? Well, according to Reader's Digest, we've all come across this scenario when we're organizing our pantry and our refrigerator. We sort through the foods and we look at the packaging, but then we look at and we see the expiration date, and that's come and gone. Do we have to throw it out, or can we go ahead and use it? Especially stuff like flour, sugar. Okay, it's got an expiration date. It should be okay. Well, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, it depends. What does it depend on? Well, many foods are okay to eat after their best buy and sell-by dates have passed, since these dates reflect the food quality and not the food safety. Now, one more time. Many foods are okay to eat after their best buy and sell-by dates pass, since these foods reflect food quality, not food safety. Now, aside from baby formula, the FDA does not regulate these dates, meaning they're mainly used to help people determine when food will taste its best. So, as long as the food has not spoiled, it should be okay to eat. However, there's always a but in there somewhere. However, there are certain foods that require a greater adherence to the expiration dates, like meat and certain dairy products. It's also best to toss other foods on this list. Their expiration date passes unless you want to roll the dice on an extra sick day. And don't forget to read up on how long milk lasts after the sell-by date. If it's safe to eat expired eggs, how long cooked meats should be in the refrigerator. I've got a lot more of those. And we'll talk about those throughout the week and throughout the month. And as we get closer to Christmas, what do you keep and what do you go ahead and throw away? Anyway, here we go. If you're going to be cleaning out your refrigerator, cleaning out the pantry, here's the things that you really need to watch for. Egg substitutes, how long they last, 3 to 5 days opened, 10 days unless they're open. A full carton of eggs has a little more leeway than their boxed substitutes, but both should be consumed in a timely manner. If you're debating whether to finish off that 2-week-old carton of egg whites, don't. It's very safe to keep eggs in the refrigerator for 3 to 5 weeks if they're raw and in the shell. For egg substitute products, you have about 3 to 5 days on average once they have been opened. If they are unopened, you have about 10 days. That, according to Jessica Crandall, RDN, Denver-based registered dietitian, certified diabetes educator, and national spokesperson for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Soft cheeses. This is soft cheeses. How long do they last? 1 to 2 weeks, depending on the type of soft cheese. However, they should be tossed at the first sign that they may be spoiling. Harder cheeses like cheddar or Gouda have a longer shelf life in the refrigerator because it's more difficult for bacteria and mold to permeate them. Once they're open, though, hard and processed cheeses last about 3 to 4 weeks, that according to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. You can cut out a 1-inch square around a small moldy area and use the rest of the cheese if you have to. Again, if that piece of cheese is moldy, you can cut out a 1-inch square around a small moldy area and use the rest of the cheese if you have to. However, softer cheeses like ricotta, cream cheese, goat cheese, they are more susceptible to bacteria and should be tossed at the first sign of spoiling or at the expiration date, whichever comes first. As a general rule, the softer cheese, the shorter the shelf life. So 2 weeks max for cream cheese, 1 week for ricotta. That according to the experts at the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Jarred condiments. That would be like your mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, stuff like that. How long will they last? 1 month or 1 year, depending on the condiment. However, they should be tossed if there's any discoloration or an odd odor. It may seem like spreads and sauces last forever, but just because they're in a glass jar tucked away in the cool refrigerator doesn't mean they're untouchable by bacteria. Once you've opened the lid, the safety seal is broken, and you should be using that condiment in a timely fashion. In addition, as we make sandwiches, we dip our knife into the spread container, we wipe it onto the sandwich, and then we put it back into the container. By doing this, you're putting some of that bacteria back into the container. Mustard can last up to a year in the refrigerator, but check your salsa after 1 month. Mayonnaise after 2, barbecue sauces after 4 months, ketchup after 6, that according to the New York Department of Agriculture. But if you notice any water floating on top, discoloration, or weird smells, throw it out. Potato salad, how long will it last? 3 to 5 days. Similar to jarred spreads, potato, tuna, or egg salads are more susceptible to bacterial growth because they have more instances to be exposed. Say, when you take it out for a few scoops at a time from the container, you may also simply forget that the salad's been sitting there for days, and once your salad has been contaminated, you're more at risk for food poisoning. Our system is very safe, but sometimes when things fall out of temperature or if bacteria has been introduced, we have to be extra cautious. That according to the FSDA. So toss deli or homemade salads after 3 to 5 days. Warnings, that comes from the USDA. If you want to sprinkle some salt on that potato salad, well, there is one about salt. And that's on another one. So let's see, how much time have I got? Yeah, I got time to do this one. Okay, your cold pressed juices, how long will they last? 5 days after you open them, but they could last up to 30 days if it went through a high pressure processing. Green juices, maybe filling up your Instagram feeds, but raw versions should not be a permanent in your refrigerator. Raw, untreated juices are incredibly popular among the health-conscious folks because they are nutrient-dense, but it's important to consume them very soon after you buy them. Unlike typical processed juices, which undergo pasteurization to kill off harmful bacteria and increase the shelf life, these raw juices are not pasteurized, making them much more prone to bacterial contamination. Some cold-pressed juices are highly treated with high press processing, sometimes cold pasteurization. Now, this can extend the shelf life of fresh juice to about 30 days, and they're usually fine when they're refrigerated properly for 5 days after they're open. Be sure to check a product's label for the use by date and handling instructions. Fresh meat, how long will it last? Go by the meat's sell-by date. With fresh meat, you're usually dealing with a sell-by date, which tells the store that it can last, if that product, how long it can be out for sale. Now, what does it mean for you? You either need to eat it or freeze it when you get it home. The sell-by date is telling the store when it should be the last day to have it on the shelf. Now, that sell-by date, again, is telling the store when it's the last day it needs to come off that shelf. They may be even discounting the food to try to get rid of it, and that's the last day they can have it on the shelf. A lot of raw meat is also contaminated with salmonella or E. coli or other bacteria. With that in mind, it's very important to cook the meat at the proper temperatures. And again, when you get it home, either cook it or put it in the freezer. How long will a ground meat last? That's hamburger. We're talking about a ground hamburger, ground turkey, stuff like that. 2 days after your purchase, if it's not frozen. It will last only 2 days after you buy it if it's not frozen. The USDA says that ground meat should be eaten or frozen within 2 days of purchase, whether it's beef, pork, turkey, lamb, or another type. Because it's ground, the bacteria that were originally present on the surface can be mixed throughout the meat, increasing your risk of contracting food poisoning or another illness. The deli meat you may buy, the turkey, ham, roast beef, whatever, that will last 3 to 5 days. Take your ticket. Don't load up on as much at the deli counter. Just get what you need. Those ham and turkey slices will last only about 3 to 5 days, according to the USDA. So it's important to buy only what you will realistically eat during that period, unless you plan on freezing it. Prepackaged deli meats sold in airtight packaging will last 2 weeks longer than the fresh sliced varieties if they're unopened. But as long as you crack the seal, you're working on the same 3 to 5 day consumption window for eating it. Deli meat in particular is susceptible to certain types of bacteria called Listeria, which can multiply in cold environments like your refrigerator. So just because it's cold does not mean it's completely protected. You can't see, smell, or taste some of the bacteria that can make you sick, but if the deli meat is a little slimy or gives off a funky smell, then that's a good sign it's got to go. Also check your refrigerator's thermometer. Make sure it's set below 40 degrees. Fish, how long will it last? 1 to 2 days after its purchase. Fish is no less prone to bacteria than meat, and it should be consumed in 1 to 2 days after the purchase, according to the USDA. Otherwise, wrap it up in a moisture-proof freezer paper or foil. Put it in the freezer, where it can stay for 3 months or longer. Fresh berries will last from 3 days and 2 weeks, depending on the type of berry, whether you get them from the store or the farmer's market. Berries have a very short lifespan. Raspberries and strawberries are good for only about 3 days after you buy them, while blueberries can last up to 2 weeks. That according to the foodsafety.gov's Food Keeper app. Pro tip, freeze any berries you know that you won't eat in a time frame. After that, they turn mushy and become susceptible to mold. Something else you should also look for anything in the refrigerator, is it molded? Leafy greens, depends on what the expiration date. It's good to eat them as soon as possible. Even those pre-packed cabbage and lettuce make salads. Leafy greens still have the potential to carry bacteria like E. coli. So for your safety, eat them quickly. Do not consume greens after any date posted on the bag. You don't want a soggy salad anyway. So make sure you eat it when you get it.
NCI News, I'm Mike Riley. Divers have located the wreckage of the military Osprey site that crashed last week off the waters of Japan. Reporter Lucy Kraft has more.
The Air Force said it hasn't yet identified the 5 sets of remains from last week's Osprey crash spotted in the seas off Yakushima Island. Japanese news media said the crew members were discovered with what's believed to be the front section of the wrecked aircraft.
Package stealing, car breaking